Yeah, Maggie, Alex, good morning. Day two of these NATO meetings follows a pretty contentious start with talks with President Donald Trump and 29 other world leaders. But things appear to be off to a better start this morning in London. The president just tweeted that he, quote, enjoyed a meeting with Prime Minister Boris Johnson of the UK. The president says that they talked about numerous subjects, including NATO and trade deals. The president also says he looks forward to working out differences with Mexico and Canada. And the president is expected to be meeting with Germany's Chancellor Angela Merkel within the next hour. Also following this from overnight, China condemning a move by Congress targeting Beijing's crackdown on ethnic Muslim minorities. So the Uyghur Human Rights Policy Act announces the detention of 1 million people in China. The bill calls on the State Department to decide whether China could face sanctions for its policies. China says that the measures are necessary to combat terrorism and eradicate religious extremism.
New images in after several rockets were fired on a U.S. military base in Iraq. Zach Rael has those never-before-seen photos. Zach.
Maggie, Iraqi security forces confiscated a pickup truck in the area that was carrying a rocket launcher. Let's take a look at some of these photos here. No one was killed in the attack, but there were some injuries. Vice President Mike Pence visited the exact base in western Iraq just a week ago to deliver remarks to service members. Also breaking right now, Pope Francis has accepted the resignation of a Buffalo bishop who is under fire for how he handled allegations of clergy sexual misconduct. The Vatican recently launched an investigation into how Bishop Richard Malone and the Western New York Diocese handled these abuse cases. The diocese has been named in more than 220 lawsuits by victims who claim to be sexually abused by priests.
We are just hours away from the House Judiciary Committee hearing and the impeachment inquiry.
And that committee is expected to begin the process of drawing up articles of impeachment. Zach Rael is at the First Alert Desk with Zach. What are the next steps?
Maggie, Alex, good morning. Yeah, just overnight, Democratic lawmakers published a scathing 300-page report about alleged misconduct by President Trump. But today, the Judiciary Committee will take over this impeachment inquiry. If the majority of the House approves the articles, at least 218 of 435 votes, then that is when the president will officially be impeached, but he would still remain in office. The process would then move to the Senate, where there would be a trial with senators serving as the jury, and a two-thirds majority would be needed to remove the president. And of course, you can watch today's hearing live right here on KOCO 5. ABC News coverage begins at 10 a.m., and we will have it streaming on our KOCO 5 mobile news app.